Now how will you represent integers diagrammatically? It can be shown like this way. This is the representation of integers diagrammatically with all these figures. Suppose this circle represents 0, this figure represents natural numbers, this rectangle represents whole numbers, this triangle represents negative numbers, and this figure represents integers. Then this figure will include all these figures inside of it, and this rectangle will include this circle and this figure inside it, because whole numbers include 0 and natural numbers both. Whole numbers always start with 0. So these two figures will be inside of this rectangle, and this rectangle and this triangle will be inside of it. So the final figure will be like this, which will represent integers. This is your negative integers. This stands for negative integers. This rectangle stands for positive integers. This is for 0, and this one is for natural numbers. So 0 and natural numbers will represent this rectangle. That means it will represent your whole numbers. Okay, and whole numbers means the positive numbers, and this triangle represents your negative numbers. So you can see this rectangle, which includes 0 and this figure, along with this triangle, will be inside this figure, which represents integers. Now if you see a statement with below, downward, loss, under, waste, withdrawal, etc., in that case you always need to use negative integers. For example, 200 meter below sea level. For this, which integer you are going to use, positive or negative? It will be negative integer, and 200 meter below sea level means minus 200. Okay, it will be minus 200. Again, if you see the words like above, upward, profit, east, deposit, etc. in a statement, in that case you will have to use positive integers. If you are asked to write down the integer for 200 meter above sea level, then that integer will be plus 200. Hope you have understood.